Okay, we are down to the last video of our endocrine series. I want to thank you for being with us. This has been, for me, very fun and enlightening because it is something that's so important for our bodies, and it's so important for us to understand what is going on inside of our bodies all the time. So as we wrap up this series, I want to make sure that we know that the endocrine system, how it works, how all of the things flow together within our body, but then what the endocrine system controls those hormones and all those hormones and how they get disrupted. And when we're using chemicals in our homes, it can really disrupt a lot of how our hormones are being used within our body. And then they're being disrupted, and then things aren't working the way they're supposed to. So what can we do to balance those things out and make those things better? Now, the number one thing is, get rid of all of the things that you can. We're not going to be able to get rid of every single toxin and every single chemical. And I mean, like, that's just almost impossible. But there are some things that we can do to make the load lighter. For instance, I use Thieves Cleaner, which I can use it on everything. I clean the bathrooms. I clean the counters with it. I wipe off doorknobs. I spray the couches. Like, you don't have to worry about the Febreze. You don't have to have potty cleaner. You don't have to have the stuff to like wipe furniture off with. You don't have to have window cleaner. Like, everything can be done with that one particular bottle of Thieves Cleaner. It's amazing, and it costs probably $1 for an 8-ounce thing. Like, by the time you break it up, like, it's extremely concentrated. So one capful makes an 8-ounce bottle of Thieves Cleaner, and you can use it all over the place. If I'm really trying to get something greasy or really gross up, then I use it on, like, I'll put some baking soda with a little bit of Thieves Cleaner and make kind of a paste, and then I can clean things a little bit more. Or I'll put some Thieves Cleaner in the baking soda and like to clean the potties really good if I need to do a little deep cleaner in that area. So it's just amazing. So that's your number one thing. It gets rid of so many of your toxins without having to even think about it. Like, that's done. Swap that out. $22, $24 for a bottle that's going to last you 4 or 5 months, and you don't even have to think about it. That's done. So that's your number one thing that I would suggest doing. Number two, I would suggest really trying, once you're working on getting all those chemicals out of your home, then start working on swapping out like shampoos and things like that. Now, I have some very, like, we've got 8 people in my house, so we've got a lot of people. So to buy body wash and shampoos and stuff from Young Living sometimes gets a little bit pricey because we do have a lot of people, but I do have ways of making that last longer and to go further and to make things a little bit easier. So if you would like some of those recipes, then let me know, because they're like super easy and very, very affordable. The third thing I would suggest doing, swap out the cleaners first, because that's a huge thing, especially if you're really wanting to get pregnant and you're really needing to balance those hormones fast. Do that. Number 2, 3, whatever we are on, make sure that you're eating as clean as possible. Like, get rid of the sugar and the bread. That stuff is just wreaking havoc on your body as well. So try to get rid of those things. There's plenty of stuff out there that doesn't have to have those things. You can eat tons of fruit and vegetables. And last but not least, use your oils. Use oils. Young Living is just amazing. Like, we've talked about what the seed to seal means and why it's so important to use Young Living and not to use things like from the grocery store, not to use things from Walmart or Target or a health food store, but use the best. Use what we know has been tried and true, and what we know is actually doing its job and is actually being therapeutic. Now, I want to go through, and I'm going to kind of go through these quickly so I don't waste your time, but some different oils and supplements that we use on a daily basis that really help to keep everything balanced the way it needs to be. Number one is Progesterone Plus. It is great to help balance out the progesterone and the estrogen. There are certain days of the month that you really want to boost up your progesterone levels, and then there's other days you want to kind of back off of it. So I'm going to put in the little chat below, or like in the little thing below the video, that is a little chart, and it tells you when to boost up on your progesterone with your Progesterone Plus, when to do Endoflex, when to do Clary Sage, and you kind of keep this round all 28 days. It's really not hard, and I know it sounds really confusing, but once you kind of get in the mode, it's really not that bad, and it really does help to make everything work better. So Progesterone Plus has been shown to be like something, instead of having to use a hormone-based thing that you would have to get from the doctor, it has shown to do a lot of, have those same effects. Like, I absolutely love it. You can use it every day if you want to. If you start feeling like, because your body can feel, like you can feel if you need to back off just a little bit, or if you need to boost up a little bit, like you can feel the needs. Now, I use it every day. I use Endoflex along with it, and I'll kind of feel like, okay, I need to back up just a little bit, so I won't use quite as much. But I will put the chart, because the chart does help when you're getting started and to help get that balance moving the rest of the way you want to. It helps breast tenderness, fluid retention, headaches, especially those monthly headaches that you get, you know, when it's time for your period, skin discoloration, increased breast tenderness, those kind of things. It really is going to help balance all of those things out. Femigen is another one that it's good for all the feminine things. Like, it is just all around good for hormone balance in general. Sclerescence, great. It's not a capsule, but it's an oil, and it helps to manage stress, and it's a natural romance enhancer. So like, if you are needing a little bit more boost in that area, then that's a good one for you to be able to use. It is really amazing. It's really good to, with those monthly headaches, very good for that as well. Endoflex, like I've said before, great for the endocrine system, great for the thyroid, is perfect. Your hormones and emotions go along with different parts of your body. So you want to really think about it. Like, I thought this was the craziest thing ever, but when I did it, I really realized it really did help, and it really does work. So fear and worry is held in your kidneys. So I rub forgiveness across my kidneys, because that is where you hold a lot of that kind of, that fear, the worry, things like that is held in that area. Anger and rage is held in your liver and gallbladder. Release is a great oil for your liver and gallbladder to help release any of those pent-up emotions that you may have. Inner crying is your lungs and kidneys. So if you're feeling, like a lot of times if you have respiratory issues going on, a lot of times that's going to be something you're feeling maybe a little extra stressed about or something like that. Sadness is held in your pancreas. So if you feel really sad, a lot of times if you really stop and think and you sit and be aware of where you're feeling pain or where you're feeling bad at, you can feel those particular areas and feel that particular emotion in that area. Unforgiveness is also held in the liver. So rub forgiveness on your liver as well, and the release, which is really great. Revenge is also the kidneys, and stress is held in the stomach. So a lot of times that's why you get a stomach ache and you start feeling like, when you're real stressed, you start having those, like an upset stomach, because that's where your stress is held. So all of those things are all come together, but it also goes back to our emotional part of our brain. The hypothalamus helps to control that particular area, and it's in direct connection to the olfactory organ, which comes through our nose. When we smell, it goes to the olfactory part of our brain and our limbic system of our brain, and which controls those emotional centers. So when you smell an oil, it really does affect the hypothalamus. It affects that limbic part of your brain, and it does it very, very quickly. So that's why it's so important for you to use a very good oil, and to make sure that you're using what is going to really be a more therapeutic value to you. It's that particular part of your brain is not found anywhere else in your body except for through that passage of your nose. So it's really, really interesting to me how that works. So when we're talking about really supporting those particular areas and really thinking about those emotions that come along with a lot of these things. Clary sage is one of those things that, you know, a lot of times we have to feel really pretty. Women have to feel pretty to want to do things sometimes, and we sometimes don't always feel like we're in the mood, or, you know, we're telling ourselves, oh, we're really not that pretty, or he's not going to want to see me like this, or whatever. So when we really take the time to spend that just a few seconds to add a little bit of oil to us and really think about, I am beautiful and he loves me the way I am, and use a little bit of clary sage, and that will boost your mood and really help you get ready for an alone night if you're ready for that. Dragon time also helps with your PMS symptoms. When you are feeling angry and that dragon decides to come out, dragon time is one of those things that's really going to help balance that out and make you feel really good about life in general. It really does help, and especially when you have teenage girls, they're having these moments too. Oh my goodness, we're all like dousing ourselves in dragon time and white angelica all the time. Mister is another good one. Now Mister, it says Mister, it's for men, but it's also good for women. So rub it if you're feeling like you need a little extra boost, women, put it on the inside of your ankle, and it will help with that libido and help to build it up. As well as if your husband, if the men, if you need a little boost to help that libido, rub it on your inner thighs, your ankles, wherever you want to put it. Either one of those places is good. Power Jize also is great for men. Power Jize gives you energy, but it also helps to balance those hormones. So it's really great for men to be able to support all of the endocrine system. And that's an easy way to boost their libido, boost their energy levels, all of those things really quick and easily. Prostate Health is another one for men that is amazing, that helps to boost and balance out all of those hormones, especially for the prostate area. That's going to help keep all of those levels in the right direction. Another one for men is Goldenrod, Shoetrine. All of those are amazing. Like, those are really, really great to help help your man to stand at attention like he needs to. Some cramping, if you're really having struggles with cramping for women, Dragon Time is really great for that. Clary Sage is amazing for that. Rub the Clary Sage on with vengeance, because it really does help those times of the month when you are feeling like you just want to take somebody's head off. Then rub that on and it will help to ease those symptoms. So there's so many things, so many things. That's just kind of a tip of the iceberg of all the things that you can do to help to keep your hormones functioning and keeping everything in a balance. If you really would like to see, like, have more of a plan specifically for you, let me know, and I can we can do a remote scan and we can figure out a plan specifically for your body that will really help you specifically. And if you need to order and you would like to, and you don't really know how, then click on the link below and you can be able to be directly taken to the website and be able to order strictly from there and be able to get what you need and get the help you need. So just let me know. I can help you. I can walk you through the process if that's easier. I'd much rather do that if you need some help, because sometimes, you know, there may be something you're looking at that may not be the thing that you actually need. So just reach out to me, let me know, and I can help you to find the things that are specific to you. If you know exactly what you want, then grab the link and go order what you need, and I will talk to you soon.